On a crisp early morning in The Hague, as dawn crept over the low-lying Dutch landscape, the offices of the Dutch National Police came alive. Officers swapped shift reports, updated logs, logged into their systems, and initiated secure communications. Everything seemed perfectly ordinary: the emblem on the uniform, the brief nods in hallways, the rhythm of another day serving public safety. But deep within the digital network, hidden behind firewalls and access controls, a quiet storm was already forming. One compromised credential, one careless click on a phishing email, one overlooked configuration. That was all it took to unlock a door that should have never opened. Behind that door waited a directory containing the identities of nearly 65,000 police officers, names, email addresses, work phone numbers, and in some cases, personal contact details too. For the officers whose lives revolve around protection, that day would change everything. Because when those sworn to defend the public no longer feel secure themselves, the foundations of safety begin to tremble. On September 26, 2024, what began as a routine system check turned unsettling. An IT administrator noticed strange login activity from a foreign IP address. What followed was a frantic cascade of alarms, log analysis, and escalating concern. Forensic investigators soon confirmed what no one wanted to believe: a police business account had been compromised. Through it, the attacker had extracted the force's entire global address list, the digital business card database of every single employee in the organization. Justice and Security Minister David Van Weel's report to Parliament confirmed the worst. The work-related contact details of all Dutch police officers had been stolen. Chief of Police Jannie Knoll addressed her team with honesty and concern. "In order to provide safety outside," she said, "you have to feel safe inside." Her words resonated deeply. Officers realized their email signatures, their mobile numbers, even their internal communication lines could now be exploited. The scope of the breach was enormous, around 65,000 individuals. Not only active duty officers, but janitors, administrative staff, and even external partners such as prosecutors, defense attorneys, and probation officers. Every point of contact, every name, every phone number, stolen in a single sweep. Though sensitive investigative data wasn't compromised, the directory alone provided enough intelligence for any adversary to map the internal structure of the Dutch law enforcement system. Investigators suspected something bigger than a random cybercriminal. Dutch intelligence services quickly flagged signs of state involvement, pointing toward a sophisticated espionage operation. By early 2025, intelligence analysts linked the attack to a Russian-affiliated group known as Laundry Bear, also called Void Blizzard, a name already familiar in European cybersecurity circles. The question remained: how did it happen? While the technical details remain partially classified, experts trace the intrusion back to a single compromised account, possibly accessed through phishing or malware that harvested session cookies. Using those credentials, the attackers gained entry into Microsoft Outlook's internal business directory, quietly copying contact data over an extended period before being discovered. Ironically, a tool meant to simplify internal communication became the very weakness that exposed them all. The breach revealed a painful truth. Many institutions focus their defenses on protecting their most secret or sensitive data, while overlooking the enormous value of ordinary information. For a cyber espionage group, a contact list is gold. It reveals structure, hierarchy, relationships, and access paths. As the realization sank in, fear began to ripple through the police force. Officers called one another in disbelief. "My phone number is in there," one veteran said. "My alias line, my family's contact information." For undercover agents, exposure meant immediate operational danger. For administrative staff, It was fear of impersonation and phishing. For the organization, it was a crisis of trust. The government moved fast, introducing multi-factor authentication, rolling out continuous monitoring systems, and standing up incident response teams. Parliament demanded transparency. But for many within the police force, the damage wasn't just technical, it was emotional. The question wasn't just how to fix the network, but how to build confidence. The Dutch police breach became a case study across Europe, showing that even the most disciplined organizations can be undone by a single vulnerability. It reminded the world that cybersecurity isn't only about classified documents or top-secret data, it's about the human side of information. One weak password, one outdated process, can endanger thousands. This incident carries lessons far beyond the realm of law enforcement. It speaks to every organization that relies on digital communication, collaboration tools, or data-driven operations. Whether you're running a multinational corporation, a creative agency, or a startup, your network is your ecosystem. If your inside isn't secure, your outside can never be stable. But there is always a solution. Tealeris is a cybersecurity company built on the principle of proactive defense. It doesn't wait for the breach, it prevents it. Tealeris performs comprehensive directory audits, examining business card systems, contact databases, and access logs to identify hidden risks before adversaries do. It implements multi-factor authentication, privileged account control, and session cookie monitoring, closing the same vulnerabilities that allowed the Dutch breach to unfold. But Tealeris doesn't stop at technology. It helps organizations model potential threat actors, state-level espionage, insider risks, or supply chain infiltration, anticipating rather than reacting. It cultivates security culture, training teams to detect and respond quickly to anomalies. Because safety isn't only a system, it's a mindset. And when incidents do occur, Tealeris stands ready to contain the damage, support investigations, and restore trust, helping organizations rebuild the internal sense of safety that enables them to protect and thrive externally. The Dutch police breach will be remembered as a warning, a story of how a single vulnerability can ripple into national consequence. But it can also serve as a guidepost. In every business, in every brand, in every network, the same rule applies. You must feel safe inside to stand strong outside. So take this moment as your call to action. Assess your digital ecosystem. Understand your vulnerabilities. And with Tealeris by your side, transform security from an afterthought into a foundation. Because when your core is secure, your brand stands firm, unshakable, resilient, and ready for the future. This is more than just a story about a breach. It's a reminder of trust, vigilance, and the unseen threads that connect our digital lives. The Dutch police learned that the hard way, but you don't have to. With Tealeris, you can stay one step ahead, protected, prepared, and powerful in the face of whatever comes next.